Hi guys, welcome back to the channel and a new video on the Escort RS Turbo. So in today's video we're going to be dealing with the rust, surface rust mainly on this front panel, and we've got a bit of metal to cut out and replace here. So without all the waffle, I'm going to get on and start cleaning some of this up. So guys, as you see the time lapse, we're giving this a quick whip over with the grinder and the old conditioning wheel. And I'm going to start with this corner here, just because we can get this in and then we can get this wing and stuff on. But yeah, to be honest, I'm quite happy with it. It's not horrendously rusty. It's mainly just surface rust. I think down here is probably the worst bit of it. But to be honest, my plan will be to cut this off and do more sort of localized repairs rather than take the whole front of the car off. And I'd ultimately like to keep as much of the original metal and panels as I can on this car. Again, the same. This tripod's in the way. Let's get out of the way. The same with the passenger side and on this bottom edge. Some bits there, and also I whipped the undersill off, and the rust was under the undersill or seam seal on where the wing meets this panel. So we'll end up cutting that out and making that joint again. But yeah, I'm quite pleased with it so far. So what I'm going to do is get some paper, get this outline marked out, use the paper to make the panel like we've done on everything else, and we get this corner sorted out. So there we go. This is all now welded in and epoxy primed over. But I think at this stage, I'm just going to leave the rest of the front of this panel just for now. I want to try and concentrate on getting this wing back on the car. Now, I've already gone ahead and given this a go over with the like the wire brush, this wire brush in the grinder to get any sort of loose stuff off. And I've also given any of this sort of surface pitting that was sort of under the paint a coat of this Vactan. So it's the first time I've used this stuff. It's meant to be quite good. But if you guys have used it, do let me know in the comments what your thoughts and experiences you've had with using the Vactan. So now that's been covered over with the rust converter, I want to try and whip this suspension strut off just so I can get in behind here, give all that a clean up, and then we can Scotch Brite the panel and we can give it a coat of epoxy primer. And I've bought some Gravitex to protect all this area before the wing goes on, and I'm going to Gravitex the backside of the wing. But on trying to get it ready to get this suspension strut off, I've noticed that this strut's got the Motorcraft sticker on, and I do believe the other side's the same. So going back to my first videos when we got the car and we were looking at it, this car is only supposed to have 42,000 miles. Now, is that another indicator that this is the original shock absorbers that are still on the car, and the fact that it's pointing to the car's only done 42,000 miles? Let me know in the comments what you think, guys, whether that's just a fluke and by chance, or do you think that these are the original shocks and springs left still on the car? So getting back to this area, I'm going to put the camera on the tripod and a bit of time lapse. We get this stripped off and we get this rubbed down, and if it needs a bit of rust treatment behind, we can put that on, and then we can start seam sealing the joints that are exposed and getting some of this seam sealed up. And then we can knock the old get the Gravitex open on the go and give it a coat, and hopefully we'll start pulling this bit together, which would be I think a good milestone. The fact that we're starting to get some rust protection and some Gravitex on, and then we can work our way through it. So I'll get it sorted out on the tripod and get it underway. So as you see in the time lapse, Zach and I managed to get the suspension strut out, which was a bit of a mission. We ended up taking the lower arm bolts out and dropping the arm just to give us some space for this arm to go down further to get the strut out. But we managed to separate it here, which was good. And then we got this all epoxy primed up. So now my plan is to seam seal all the new bits. Let's get this all seam sealed back up and get it ready for applying the stone chip wherever I've put it, somewhere in the garage. But we get this all this seam sealed up, get it looking nice, and then we get ready to cover it all with stone chip.
Switch it up.
So there we are, all seam sealed up. I put a thin smear on some of the bits that I've welded, just to seal all the joints. So it's all now ready for stone chipping, and this is what I will be using, the Gravitex Plus. I see quite a few people on YouTube using this, so I've never used it myself, so this will be the first time. So let's see what results we get. So there you go, guys, that's all been Gravitex now, and I am very pleased with the results and the finish of it. It's just a little bit stipply, but I think that's the desired effect. So now what I want to do is give it a coat of some red. This one's Rosso red, which I believe the car colour is, but this car's been resprayed, so it may be Rosso red, it might be Radiant red, but speaking to the guy at the paint shop, he reckons that Rosso red is the colour for these cars. So what I'm going to do is start giving this a coat of paint, just so it's coloured, so when the wing goes back on, it's easier than trying to spray inside the arch once it's all back on. So I've already done the wing already, so now I'm going to do the inside the inner wing here. So I'll get it set up with tie-ups again, and we get this coated up. So that's the inner wing, all Gravitex and painted red. Also the up there is the wing, that's all been done on the inside. But I don't know if you guys noticed in that last bit of time lapse, I believe I had a faulty tin. I literally lost half a tin of paint out the sides of the cap. So yeah, it looked like a bit of a bloodbath once I'd finished. But other than that, I'm reasonably happy with the results. So now I will set up getting the wing in position, and we get that welded on. Now I'm not sure whether the original wings were welded on here, so what I'm going to do is probably put a bit of the old panel bond down this bit, push it on, and once that's set, that will A, seal it, and B, hold it on. But we get it into position, and then we look at welding it all on. So there we have it, guys. The wing is all welded on. I've just ground this back slightly and give it a bit of extra primer just to stop it from like flash rusting until we get around to painting the car. I'm quite pleased with the way it went on. All the lines seem to line up. And there it goes. That's inside the wheel arch, all gravitexed and painted, all ready for some new shocks and springs, which I've ordered. I'm just waiting for it all to turn up. Let's see if I can get this. Oh, see if I can get this bonnet shut. I'll tell you what. I'll drop back in. I'll just switch it off and come back in. So that's it with the bonnet shut. Got quite a nice gap all the way up the wing, and here all lines up nicely. So I'm quite pleased with the way it's gone on. All seems to be flush all the way down. So yeah, I'm very pleased with the progress with it so far. So I think we'll call that it for this one, guys. We've got some good progress on getting the wing back on, and the next video we will be carrying on with this front panel. I know at the start of this video we were working on this, but once we got this side all finished up, I just wanted to get that back on, and then I know that the wing is all safe and it's not going to get knocked over anywhere. So if you do enjoy this video, guys, do please consider dropping a like and a subscribe to the channel. So thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.